I think this is one of the greatest points that My Hero Academia has done. For a lot of movies or stories, you always get this, and they lived happily ever after, or they ride into the sunset. Everything's now great. You get this a lot within movies, or if they do cut it off, it's just another sequel, just another thing. But here we can see there's still people who are very disappointed, disgruntled, sad, mad. You can see here one of these NPCs, background character says, "My friend died." And so they're talking about Shigaraki and they're saying he is worse than a murderer. So there is no happy ending here. There really isn't. No one got a W. I mean, of course, if like the villains won, this would be a whole different story. This would be a whole, I mean, technically they did win. They got the destruction that they wanted. They got the people to distrust the heroes. They got everyone, a little bit more shooken up. The world will not forget this disaster. But the sad thing is that people will end up, forgetting, and people will end up still hating the heroes, still hating Shigaraki. They'll have this hate, and then that's the thing. The vicious cycle still continues, and that's just the sad reality. Like the Hydra, another head will spawn, and of course we'll have the heroes to back them up, and the whole process continues. And I think that's why this episode right here and My Hero Academia doing this makes it like just make me appreciate this anime even more. Like I said, a lot of animes, they ride into the sunset, but not here, guys. There is no happy ending. There is no happily ever after. It's just them trying to pick up the pieces that they can and rebuild and try to move forward. And I think that's the point. Despite the disaster, despite all the gruesomeness, despite all the death, everyone's gonna have to learn to move on, to cope, and hopefully there isn't people who are vengeful. Hopefully, but at the same time, hope can only do so much. People will find different ways to cope. People will move on in different types of ways. And here in this episode, they really drove that message when they showed the scene with Okacha, the floating girl. Let me see if I can move up here. See if I can find it. Please, Jesus, just fucking find it. Oh, I mean, forgive me. I didn't mean to insult you on camera. Oh man, I'm going to hell. Anyways, yeah, so here we can see Okacha just break down and cry because this is season 8. This is the final season. We all know that Himiko gave up her life to save Okacha. And so you can see here she's still in turmoil. So the pain hasn't really subsided, and there's just a deep dark hole. And even in the last episode 7, no, episode 9, we see the Todoraki family. Forgot their last name, but yeah, we see them. They're still dealing with family matters. Everything is just so realistically done in My Hero Academia. Like I said, it just makes me appreciate it and keeps this anime grounded. If it ends like this, like it is what I mean. It is one of those moments where it's like it is what it is, and like I hate to dog on Deku. I really hate to dog on him. He was probably the most optimistic one out of everybody. Like, oh, I'm gonna save Shigaraki, and even Okacha was like that towards Himiko. She was like, oh, if only I could figure her out, if only I can save her. There was no saving them. Like, they've already gone that deep, dark, no going back rabbit hole. And even Shigaraki, before he died, was like, I'm gonna keep destroying. Like, what the fuck? So, Deku's kindness actually backfired. If he only just didn't hold back. In my opinion, he was always holding back, trying to save the innocence that was still left in Shigaraki. But in all honesty, I think his kindness backfired. Usually kindness, works. Usually it works. But this time around, I think it backfired and created so much chaos. It created all like more destruction. It created more destruction than if just Deku was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to fucking kill you. Do your best, yeah. So yeah, that's just my opinion. I really wouldn't know. You know, we're really never gonna find out if Deku's efforts did more damage than good. But in my opinion, I think it did. As well, Okacha right here, she had a soft spot for Himiko, but ended up just dying. She ended up dying. Let's be honest here. Let's be real. As real as this episode gets, she did end up dying. And Himiko gave her blood up to Okacha. Ended up saving her life from a lot of blood loss. And Himiko's the one that ended up dying. Like, Himiko was gonna die either way, Okacha. I guess she now has no death over her head other than the fact of self-sacrifice. But yeah, nothing but darkness in this episode. We can see the turmoil, but at the same time, we can also see, I love the part where All Might was like, look, let's not be gloomy, doom and gloom for the next classmates, the first years. So I mean, it is what it is, but gotta be happy, you know, even when shit hits the fan.